I'll tell a new love found. Master takes a wife today, and the world turns on.
Come on, people, gather round to tell a new love found. Master takes a wife today, and the world turns on. She the apple of his eye, he the sun to light her fun. Master takes a wife today, and the world turns on. And the church bells ring, and the sweet choir sing, in joy at this wedding day. And the young men shout, while the young girls pout, oh ho for the throne bouquet. Come on, people, gather round, tell a new love found. Master takes a wife today, and the world turns on. She the apple of his eye, he the sun to light her fun. Master takes a wife today, and the world turns on. Come on, people, gather round, tell a new love found. Master takes a wife today, and the world turns on. Come on, people, gather round, tell a new love found. Master takes a wife today, and the world turns on.
Come on, ladies. That's it, round you go. Go on. Move on, that's it. Go on, keep going. Round you go, keep up, that's it. Round you go. That's it. Go on, move on, you daft thing. There you go. That's it, in you go. Go on, you. There you go. There you go. Where you going? Well, the sooner you start, the sooner we're done.
That's easy enough for you to say.
If you don't like it,
Keep your thoughts to yourself, Martha.
Because you're a friend of hers. You think you're better than the rest of us, is that it?
What I think is my own business.
What goes on here is a matter for us all.
what matters is getting these cows milked.
So where is she?
I'm not her keeper.
You've always got your heads together. That much I do know.
And when did that become a crime?
Less talk and more work would be good. Otherwise, we'll all still be out here when the moon's up. And I, for one, want to be sat by the hearth with a good fire and a full plate. We've nigh on 80 of these ladies to do, and they're all in full pail. The master may be getting married, but if we don't get this milking done, no new love is going to soften his heart.
Oh, and now her ladyship appears. Enough of your prattling, Martha, if your thoughts run as fast as your tongue.
Pay her no heed.
Things is going to be different round here now, though.
So you say.
There's some who say that bride could have been you. A few years back, mind.
And there's some that don't have the brains they was born with.
And that lad of yours?
It's none of your business.
See, I've always thought there was something of a resemblance there.
We'll let Master Lodge hear you repeating that.
Well, I can't know what folks say.
That'll do.
Master's new wife. Has anyone seen her? Years younger than he, they say. A rosy-cheeked, titsy-totsy little body by all accounts.
The farmer's no age.
How old would you say, Rhoda?
He's never more than 30.
More like 40. He was born before the great work at Barvington was builded. I know that.
He never was.
You're very quiet all of a sudden. Nothing to say anymore.
What the turd did it matter to us what the farmer is? Or his new missus for that matter. I'll still have to pay him £9 a year for the rent of each and every one of these milkers. Maybe she's a head turner, but it'll make no difference to us. So let's just get this milking done. The sky's pinking already.
Still, we'll all get a chance to see for ourselves. Down in Barton, they say he brings her up from Anglebury tomorrow.
Martha, get on!
You mustn't let any of this upset you.
Why would I?
Well, I think it's cruel of him.
We've not spoken in years.
But young and pretty.
It's not for the likes of you or me to be either of those things, Lizzie. Ours is the way of toil.
Is father married then?
Yes. I shall want you to go into market tomorrow for a few things.
Oh, of course.
Likely as not you'll see her.
Likely I will.
You could give her a look. Tell me what she's like, this buyer.
I will.
If she's dark or fair, if she's tall, if she shows the mark of a lady, as I expect she do.
I'll check it out.
I want to know if her hands are white.
I'll check everything about her and report you the same.
So the farmer rides with his new wife today, takes her back to the world that he knows. With the road rising high, on the moor he wants to cry for his love of his girl. On the road to Homestoke, as the gig starts to climb, see he points out to her all his land. In truth she is amazed, but her life is sure to change as a young man appears. Down the road, out in front, on his own, all alone.
Thomas, look out, the boy!
Good day to you, sir, and you, missus.
Stop!
Why?
That lad, you nearly ran him down.
He knows to step out the way of a carriage on the road.
But the look on his face,
What of it?
well, he was staring right at me.
You must come to expect it,
Why?
because now you're married to me.
And I'm sure you're right, but... Well, I have mind that there was more to it than that.
Then you're mistaken. He is a simple country lad, and you are a very beautiful young woman.
If that's all it was.
You'll get used to these country lads and their ways.
Do you know him?
He's from the village, I believe.
So you did recognise him?
I didn't say that.
And her?
Why would you want to know about her?
Now that I'm your wife, I want to know everything about you and your life here. I didn't mean anything by it, Thomas.
And you will. In good time. Whoa!
Why are we stopping?
Because I want to show you something. There. When you're married to me, you're also married to this. This land is the heart of me, Gertrude. And I want to share it with you, and with our children. This land's been in the blood of my family for generations. And as my father did before me, I want to pass it on to my son, to our son.
Well, there's plenty of time, Thomas. I'm still young. And you... Well, come on. What's keeping you?
Trot on.
Beautiful lady, you're riding by, here on this hill road away up high. One glimpse of heaven she gave to me, looked at me once and my heart was free. Beautiful lady, you're riding by, here on this hill road away up high. Sweetest of smiles on her lips as she passed. Beautiful lady, you're riding by.
The farmer wants a wife. The farmer wants a wife. E-I-Maladio, the farmer wants a wife. But what you gonna do when she finds out he's over got a bastard son, eh?
You shut your mouth.
And who's gonna make me? William Brooke.
You don't think I will?
You ain't got it in him, Jack.
You're looking for a kick in the back as well, Percy White.
Go on, Percy, you show him.
And what's the fine lady going to think about him fighting?
Oh, she won't like that. A fine, white-scented lady like her.
Oh no, she only likes the finest things in life. Perfume in her bath, finest silks and lace, fresh linen in her
A
bed.
bit different to your mother, eh?
You'll not talk about my mother. I bet it told you the smell of the cow shit about her.
Can't imagine her in the farmer, can you? Fresh linen. On her back in the stores, more likely.
I can pay for that.
William, is that you?
Yes,
Did you do as I asked?
yes.
Well,
I saw her.
and? Did you get a good look at her?
I saw her quite plain.
So? Is she ladylike?
And more.
Is she young?
She's grown up. Her ways are quite that of a woman.
And her hair, her face?
Her hair is lightish. And her face. Her face is like porcelain.
What, have her eyes, they blue like mine?
Hazel. And her mouth pink. And when she smiles, her teeth show white.
Is she tall?
I couldn't see. She was sat in his carriage.
Did he speak to you?
No.
Took no notice of you?
None.
So, just the same as always?
You should go see her for yourself.
Me? I tell you now, I wouldn't look up if she were to pass my window this very instant.
If you were just to see her.
What? I'd fall in love with her like him, is that what you're telling me?
She is.
So, you too. All right. Tomorrow. But you'll accompany me. We'll down to the church together. He's bound to be there with her.
When they're only just back.
I know him well enough to know he'll be there. Showing her off to the world, the hunter and his prize.
There's nothing to be done about it, Mother.
You think I don't know that? You think I don't know what people are saying either? Allow me more dignity than that, William. Tomorrow we'll go to church.
My song is love unknown. My Saviour's love to me, love to the loveless shown that they might lovely be. Oh, who am I that for my sake my Lord should take frail flesh and die?
So, that's her.
It's good to have you back here with us in Homestoke Farmer Lodge, and for you to grace our congregation with your pretty young wife.
So what do you think?
It's a pleasure, Minister.
She's not so tall.
All the more had you both been married here, in the parish.
I'm afraid that wasn't possible.
Isn't it enough that you flaunt her here on a Sunday morning?
But now you've both returned, I hope to see you each week at our service.
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse us, there are some people I'd like to introduce to Gertrude.
Excuse me.
Oh, thank you. Isn't that the young boy on the road yesterday?
No, you're mistaken.
Follow them.
Why?
I want to know where they go and who he takes you to see, but stay out of sight. And when you know, come home and tell me. Will you do that?
Of course.
Then hurry, otherwise you'll lose them.
I thought I might find you here. I saw you in church, William. So what do you make of her?
The new lady of the manor.
Who else?
What's to say?
Expecting more than that.
She's lovely.
I wouldn't say so.
But she is, Lizzie. And I have to accept that.
Will you surprise me?
Besides, my argument's not with her.
Things should have been
But
different.
they're not. I have William, and I'm thankful for that. And of course I want to know why when he passes me by in the street or like at church today, he refuses to acknowledge me or his son. But the truth is that here, I know. And nothing's going to change that. Shall I tell you the thing I wanted to know most of all today? If she's taller than me, and the colour of her hands.
She never took off her gloves.
That tells me everything. The farmer's married a young lady who wears gloves. He was never going to marry a girl, however fresh and young I once might have been, with hands like these.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Besides, how would I have looked in that bonnet and gown today?
Did you hear her hewing and whistling as she rubbed up against the pews?
Do you know, I think she even coloured up with the noise of it. At least she has the decency to be embarrassed.
And him, all puffed up in his waistcoat and hat, looking like the cat got the cream.
He's a man, Lizzie. Young thing like that on his arm gets his blood up.
So can you live with it? Now that you've seen her.
I can't say that. But I have to accept it's her life with him now. And to tell you the truth, I think my life with him ended a long time ago.
It's shameful.
It's how things are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I need to be alone with my own thoughts.
Of course.
I think today took more out of me than I realised.
Till morning.
She would never know.
Telling the story many years later, she would only say that she slept.
And dreamed.
The weather outside had taken a turn for the worse.
And the wind cutting in through the gaps in the door and the windows caused the flames of the lantern to flicker.
And then to go out.
What it should have happened she could never explain, but
plunged into darkness. She awoke.
At least she thought so.
Although the events that then occurred have always caused her to doubt the truth of that. The wind was now howling outside, and in either in sleep or awake, she moved to the window to secure it against the storm. What it was, animal instinct perhaps, that caused her to stop and listen. She's never been able to explain.
But stop she did.
And listen, and against the howl,
She heard a sound.
a sound she would never forget. Suddenly, brave, she rushed to secure the window latch. But as she moved,
Merciful heaven! Who's there?
fearful that someone or something outside the cottage was here, she rushed to the door. But too late!
What are you? Are you come from the devil to haunt me? Are you an incubus? Is that it? Is that what I've come to? Arrive me! Be gone from my house!
Mother! Are you alright? I heard you call out. You're cold. Here, let me wrap the shawl around you. Have you not been to bed this night? I left you here by the table when I came in because I didn't want to wake you. But I never thought you'd still be here now. Look, the sun's starting to come up. And this window, it's been open all night, no wonder you're cold.
William,
What is it?
when you came in, did you see anything? Anyone?
I saw you.
And no one else?
No. There was no one else here.
I don't understand what's happening to me.
It was a dream. You were dreaming. Will you be alright?
Yes. And now the cows will be up and I must be away to the milking. Who's that calling us at this time of day?
Oh, I don't know.
Will you get the door for me?
I'm in my nightgown, Mother.
And who'll be looking at you?
I see I've come to the right house then.
Who is it?
It's me, Mrs. Brooke. I saw your son on the road the other day, on my journey here to Homestoke, in fact, and I noticed his boots.
What of him?
Well, boots like that will never keep the winter weather out.
He has boots. There's many as don't.
Oh, no, I'm sure it's just... I'm concerned to be a good wife to my new husband, and since my arrival here, I've been organising some of his domestic affairs. Well, in doing so, I've noticed that he has more than enough boots. I wondered if these might fit. Try them on.
You're up very early.
I love the early mornings. My father always says that God strikes the earth when the dew's still on the grass.
Well, perhaps you wouldn't say that if you had to get up at dawn every morning.
Well, I walk a good deal, and your house is nearest to ours in the parish. I didn't mean to offend you. If I have, please forgive my forwardness. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm fine, thank you.
Well, do they fit?
They're perfect.
Say thank you to the farmer's wife, William.
Thank you.
Oh, call me Gertrude, please.
You should be getting on.
Yes.
Are you sure you're quite well? You don't look well.
I'm fine. But you should be careful, ma'am, walking this early in the morning. There's many round here who find the air disagreeable, what with the water meadows and such.
Well, I'm in rude health, Mrs. Brooke. Although, your concern does bring one thing to mind. It's nothing serious, but...
How did this happen?
I don't know. Last night I was asleep in bed, dreaming. It was strange, and then this morning I just woke to find this. I mean, the only thing I can think is that my husband in the night, gripped by some nightmare, held on to me to cause it.
I'm sure it'll disappear soon.
Well, you're right, of course. But men make so much of personal appearance.
Some do.
He seems to make much of mine, I'm afraid.
You must keep it covered, away from his sight.
Yes, I believe you're right.
I'm sure it'll heal soon.
I'm off.
Fetch the door first.
Morning, William. Is your mug ready? Oh, I didn't know you were company.
Oh, I should be away. My husband will be looking for his breakfast, and I'd be a poor wife to miss it. Good day to you, Mrs. Brooke.
Well, there's a turn up.
Off with you now, there's no sense in us both being late.
I'll be lighted in these new boots.
New boots. Pair of the farmer's cast-offs.
I have to say, was surprised to come here and find you two chatting like you were old friends.
No more surprised than me.
So you ready?
No.
It's no use just sending William off. We can't afford to be late either.
I know, but will you sit
Well
with me?
done.
1 minute, just one. I need to ask you something.
Well, you best be quick, otherwise you and I will have a day to chat.
Do you think it's possible that someone with her head so full of wicked thoughts without ever meaning to could cast a curse powerful enough to do another body down?
Why are you asking?
Because I think I've done just that.
How?
I had a dream last night.
And so she told the whole story.
Lizzie listened, but it was clear from her expression she had no answer.
What should I do?
A curse is a terrible
I
thing.
didn't.
But her arm.
I can't explain it. Should I tell her?
No.
But if I told her everything...
No! She wouldn't understand. Neither would her husband. You must do nothing. Hope that it disappears. And pray. Pray for her soul. And yours. Now come on. Let's get to work.
And so life rolled on.
Rhoda avoided the farmhouse.
And at work refused ever to speak of the farmer or his marriage, although there were many who wanted her to.
And the two women didn't meet again until May Day.
Good to see you and your wife here again, sir.
We're pleased to be here.
It does make a difference to the occasion, to the people of the village, to have you here with us.
I doubt that.
With respect, sir, I think you're wrong.
Respectfully, Minister, can I suggest to you that whatever I might do, it won't change what these people think of me.
Our good Lord celebrated with the wedding guests at Cana.
I don't think that the people here see me quite like that. Do you, Minister?
I wasn't suggesting that they did so. But sometimes, surely you'd agree, it's good for a community to come together.
In my experience, Minister, it makes little difference. And the choice is very rarely mine.
I'm sure you'd understand, sir. There are people here who might think differently.
People will think what they will, Minister, in spite of what I might say or do.
Mrs. Brooke, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Dodge.
I was going to call on you, now the better weather's here. For there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Something I'd like your advice on.
I'm not sure what help I might be, ma'am.
Surely we know each other well enough by now to speak less formally to one another.
That's not for me to say, ma'am.
Well, I think so, and from now on, I'd like you to call me Gertrude. And what should I call you?
Rhoda. That's my baptismal name.
Then Rhoda it is. See, that feels better already, doesn't it?
I hope your arm's feeling much better.
Actually, it's my arm I wanted to talk to you about. As it happens, it's worse. There are women I've spoken to in the village say that you're the one most likely to know about such things.
What would I know?
I'm sorry, I presume...
People have too much to say, in my opinion.
Please, I have no one else to ask. They say that there's a man about here who might be able to find the cause of this and sow a cure, and that you might know him.
I know no such man.
They say he lives on Egdon Heath. You do know, don't you?
The conjurer Trendle.
Yes, that's his name, but why do they call him conjurer?
Because he has powers.
I hoped he might be a physician.
He's no physician. In fact, he's far from that.
Well, then I'm disappointed and amazed that those who recommended him to me could be so superstitious.
We're a country people, ma'am, with country ways.
And now my husband comes. I'd be grateful if you said nothing of this to him.
No word should pass my lips, ma'am.
I knew I could trust you.
But surely he knows.
I have proved to be a more chaste wife than my husband would wish, Rhoda.
What conversation was that?
It was nothing.
Then it was a long time saying nothing.
If I am to be your wife, Thomas, I must be allowed to speak to those who work for you.
And if you'll be advised by me, you'll hear nothing of the advantage from her.
Well, I don't know why you'd say that.
Because it's true. Now, will you dance with me? They say a couple who dance together at the Mayfair will be blessed with a child.
Well, whatever you say, she wants to be close.
So it seems.
But you're the last person I would have said to become a friend.
We're not friends.
Then what?
She asked me about the conjurer.
Trendon.
There are those who've put a connection between him and me in her mind.
Well, that's wicked.
Is that how they see me?
No.
Ask a witch, because she know where to find an exorcist.
No. And you mustn't think that.
Well, what am I to think?
You know how people are. You only have to listen to the likes of Martha to know how people gossip.
But is that what they say?
No one is saying
Then
that.
what are they saying?
You keep yourself to yourself and that sets you apart.
And for that, people feel able to say such things.
They talk about William.
What about him? Is he their target now?
No, not at all. But they wonder who his father is, and when he chooses to disown him, and you.
Is that my fault?
People make up their own reason for things.
And if I take her to Trendle and he maligns me,
why would he?
Why would anyone?
Mother? Are you alright?
Yes,
You seem troubled.
I'm fine. And how are you?
I've been dancing.
With anyone special?
There's one.
How'd you know?
As we danced, she gave me such a smile.
Perhaps that's just the way of girls.
No, it was different.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Then you must love her with all your heart, with everything that's in you, and never think badly of her. Can you do that?
I hope so.
Because that's what it means for a man to love a woman. Can you do that? Can you be that for her?
I don't know.
Because if you can't, you don't really love her. And you'll break her heart.
The farmer wants a child, the farmer wants a child. E-I-M-I-O, the farmer wants a child. So, William Brett, you ready for that fight now?
Ready you may fancy, Jack Crab.
Oh, he's full of brave talk now, ain't he? Must have got some courage from somewhere.
Or someone.
You wash your mouth out.
It was you we saw dancing with the words, eh? Or did we get that wrong?
So what if I was?
Well, you know what they say about dancing at the Mayfair.
So do you love her? Well?
If he loves her, he'll kiss her.
That's right.
Stick it on
You
her.
don't have to do nothing.
Oh, but he does. Do you love her, William? Because she's going to have your baby. The least you can do is give the girl a
We
kiss.
only had a dance.
Call it a token of your affection. But there again, if he don't want to kiss her, then maybe that means he don't love her at all.
What would you know?
About you. About your mother. Chip off the old block, are you? Because he's not wanted anything to do with you, or her, and since her belly swelled up. Was that a Mayfair? Walking home after a bit of a dance? Thought dropping the edge, did he?
Leave him, Jack. He's not worth it. Ain't got it in him.
what you're going to say now.
Well, there's a turn up and no
So
mistake.
you just leave us alone.
And you think that little display makes you safe? What you think's of no interest to me. Is that true?
Come on, Jack.
You stay out of this, pretty wife. There's nothing you can say about me or about Lily here that's going to change anything. You reckon? I do. Then you know bugger all. Because if you can kiss our Lily in front of everyone like that, there's one thing I do know about you. And that's that you're not Firma's son. Because that man has a sense of shame about him. There's no way I'll have anything to do with you or your mother, and that's plain for all to see. So you're not his son, are you?
Jack, leave it.
Whose son are you? I'm warning you. One more word and I'll break your neck.
Just go, William.
See, I think your father being the firm is just a lot of hot air, Jack. Not when you can be so bold with our Lily here. Jack. Oh no, I think your father, William's the devil himself. And your mother. One of his whores!
William?
William, get off him! William!
Stop it! Stop it now, I'm ordering you. William, come here and stand by me. The rest of you, get yourselves off home. All of you. You shouldn't be fighting.
I know.
If your mother knew, she'd be so ashamed. It's a good thing I came along.
You'll not say anything.
No, it can be our secret, but maybe now you can do something for me.
What?
Take a message to your mother. Ask her to meet me out on the road to the heath. Sunday, early.
Of course.
Tell her I want to meet Trendle.
Trendle.
Will you take the message?
I will.
Don't fail me.
I won't.
Where have you been?
For a ride,
On your own?
of course.
It would have been courtesy to tell me.
I couldn't find you.
You could have left word, a note.
I'm sorry, but you know how I like to ride.
I had thought that when you agreed to marry me, we might be closer.
We are close.
But not in the way that a husband and wife should be.
Everything takes time, Thomas.
I had hoped you might love me.
I do.
But you spend so much time on your own.
Sometimes I just need to be alone with my own thoughts.
A husband has his needs too, you know.
Please, Thomas, don't. No, Thomas, don't! Thomas, don't!
Say why you've driven me to!
I know. And I do care for you.
But not enough, it seems.
Mother!
William? What's happened to you?
It's nothing. I met Father's new wife again.
And?
She wants you to meet her
Where?
on the road to the heath next Sunday.
Did she say why?
She wants you to take her to the conjurer.
Then you must go and find her immediately and tell her no.
Why?
Because I'll not be associated with that man.
But she has been kind to us.
William, there are already those round here that would have me for something I'm not. Being seen out on Egerton Heath with a man such as Trendle will only confirm that in their
Whoever thinks
eyes.
that's stupid.
That's how it'll be, and how it is.
Never let anything happen to you.
I know. But I'm afraid of him.
What do you have to fear from Trendle?
That he frightens me is all you need to know.
But I promised.
And you had no business to. Now go and tell her quickly before it gets dark.
And if I won't?
Would you see your mother hanging from a tree?
Why would anyone do that to you?
It won't be a magistrate's doing. There'll be nothing written down and no one will ever speak of it again. It'll be a rope around my neck one night and me strung up in the orchard with my heels kicking at fresh air. Do you want to stand and watch me thrash?
I'll die before I let them do that.
I know. I know you would.
It's just, I gave her my word. She said in the morning, early, if I was to follow the two of you, keep lookout, make sure no one saw us on the road. Or if a carriage came, or a horse, I could call ahead and you two could hide yourselves before anyone got a glimpse.
Is it that important to you?
It can be our secret, just the three of us.
This Sunday next?
Yes.
Then tell her, if we are to go, we'll go early while the mists are still down.
Down the heath they make their way, the moon's still in the sky. The early mist a blanket down, three figures there to hide. The woman in front, the boy behind, they walk the lonely road. And never a word to cross their lips about this they are swear. For many a mile they journey on through heather, thyme and gorse. Companions in this lonely task and all a fearing worse. To Trendle they must make their way, intentions only pure. To find the truth, to kill a lie, a withered arm to cure.
Oh, mother, weep for your son. He is gone this day and died.
It's not much further now. And your job's done, William. Go home. And if anyone should ask, tell them I'm away visiting a sick friend.
Well, I'd rather see you both safely there.
You've come far enough. And besides, there's private business to be done here. The lady has matters afoot that aren't for your eyes and ears.
To home then.
It's not much further now.
Can we rest here just for a moment?
Are you in pain?
It troubles me, yes.
I'm sorry.
Why would you be sorry?
I'm not sure this is going to solve anything.
All I ask is that I'm not left with a permanent blemish, and if this man of
He's
yours
nothing to do with me.
can set me on the road to recovery, then that will be enough.
Then we must hope. Are you able to walk on?
Who are you?
Who asks?
The man who cut the track you walk on.
Your trade, sir.
We deal in ferrous turf and sharp sand. What's your business here?
Your name, sir.
Who asks?
My name is Rhoda Brooke, and this is a friend.
My name is Train.
Then I have a lady here who seeks your advice.
Well, I have no advice to give.
I am told, sir, that you have the gift of healing.
Well, then you're told wrong, madam.
In Homestoke, there are those that say you can conjure miraculous cures.
Well, then they are mistaken.
Some say they will swear to it.
Well, then they are liars.
This lady is afflicted, sir. Please don't turn your back on her.
All I've ever done is drink a glass of grog with those that come to see me. Never more than that.
Then all we ask, sir, is that you pay this lady the same courtesy.
Step out of the mist. That's close enough. Afflicted, eh? Then show me. No medicine will cure this.
Well, why do you say that?
Because this is the work of an enemy.
An enemy? Well, what enemy?
Well, that's best known to you.
If it's beyond his help, then maybe we should go.
I can show you if you like. Though I myself won't know who they are.
My friend is looking for a cure.
When I can do no more. And I'd rather not even do that.
Then we should go.
No. I've not come all the way out here to leave without hearing what you might tell me. Sir, will you drink with me?
If that's your mind, but on your own. What I have to say to you is for your ears only. Well, it's just there, through the trees.
You best sit.
Hold out your hand. No. A drink. Good. No.
Delight. See, look into the glass. Did you catch a lightness of any face or a figure? Well?
Then there is your enemy. And the cause of your affliction.
What do I do?
Come close.
You're pale. Did he charge you?
No,
Nothing.
not a farthing.
What did he say?
Nothing I care to speak of. And now I wish to go home.
Of course.
Was it you first proposed coming here?
No. But I tell you now, I'm sorry we did.
Bessie, what are you doing here?
I've been sent, ma'am. The master told me to come and fetch you.
Well, how did he know where to find me?
I caught her lad sneaking along the bottom road.
Why would you ask him about me?
The master, ma'am. May I speak to you privately? The master wants you to have nothing to do with that woman, ma'am.
What does he know, Bessie?
Maybe no more than the rest of us, but that's more than enough, ma'am.
Take me home.
Lily, wait for me.
I can't.
Are you off somewhere?
I'm not supposed to talk to you.
But why?
My father says.
Why would he say that?
I thought that must be obvious.
Not to me.
All this business with your mother and the farmer's wife?
What business?
With the conjurer?
She asked my mum to take her.
Very likely.
It's true, I delivered her message.
It's all over the village. Bessie Brew has told everyone.
Told them what?
That Trendle says your mother is overlooking the farmer's new wife.
Why would he say that?
Because she's a witch. Just like everyone always knew.
Didn't reckon I'd seeing you again, William Brooke.
We thought you'd be long gone.
Far, far away.
You and your mother both. Taken to the air on your broomsticks. I told you before and I'll tell you again. Talk about my mother like that and I'll strike you dead.
What are you gonna do? Put a spell on him?
We're Christian people here. And you shan't frighten us with your binding.
Be assured, there are people in this village that are frightened the likes of your mother.
That's right. Sound of a fire being lit, or the snap of a rope.
Would you have us walk you home, Lily?
William?
What have you done? What have you done to the farmer's wife? Well?
I've done nothing.
That's not what they're telling in the village.
I told you. Pay no attention to their gossip. You know how things are. It's always been the same.
They say you're overlooking her. Are you?
How can you ask me that?
You don't like her?
And I have cause.
Is this why he wouldn't marry you?
No.
Because he knew what you were.
That's enough.
No, it's not nearly enough.
Please don't say any more.
What does that make me, eh?
You're my son.
Am I?
Since you were born, I've cared for you, I've fed you, I've nursed you when you were sick, and you ask me that.
But you hate her.
Yes,
I hate her for what she's done to us. I hate her for what she's denied us.
So you cursed her?
No!
Then you cursed him! If it's in your heart, Mother, that Venus is gonna stab!
You must be God, both of you. There's a rabble growing in the inn, and there's talk of coming up here and ridding Homestock of its witch. I don't know if it's the drink talking, but they're angry, and I couldn't take the chance. Rhoda, say something.
If that's what they say.
William, talk sense into her.
Whatever happens, our lives are over.
William, will you see your mother on the end of a rope?
There are other places, other people, who are finding new life.
Just gather together a few things for the two of you. Quickly.
Why did you come?
You asked me that.
I did nothing.
I know. But they are all charmed.
So, we're condemned.
Ever it was and ever it will be. Now go.
I'd like for you to sit for me. Here, by the window.
Is there something the matter?
No. There's just something I'd like to talk with you about. It's beautiful, isn't it? The view from here out across the fields.
Yes.
Before I met you, this was the most beauty I'd ever seen. We've been married for nearly 6 years now. And I remember when I first brought you here, I stopped the carriage up on that hill and pointed out the estate to you.
I remember it.
Then you'll also remember I spoke of my wish to leave this all to an heir. But in these 6 years, nothing.
I've not been well.
No.
I've tried my best to recover from this malaise.
I know. You must have tried every quack potion and apothecary's mixture known to man. None of it's made an ounce of difference. In fact, I'd say it's made you worse. Some of those powders are more likely to have poisoned than cured you. If I did my way, I would have had your class at root of the lot. But I indulged you. There, as many would say, I'm weak. And perhaps I am, but it was you that made me weak. When I met you, I'll be honest, you took my breath away. And when I brought you back here, I thought I was the happiest man in the world.
I want you to be happy. I want us to be happy.
Do you? Because I don't know what you think anymore.
Believe me, Thomas. I want what you want.
Then you'll agree to my arrangement. I've asked for the doctor to call.
Why?
You say you're unwell, that you can't be a proper wife to me until your health is restored. Yet whenever I suggest the doctor, you fly into a fluster.
The doctor is not what I need.
Well, why don't we let the doctor be the judge of that?
I will not see the doctor.
Why?
Because he cannot cure what it is that ails me.
Then tell me what it is that has kept the two of us apart all these years.
I can't.
Do you love someone else?
No.
Then is it me?
No.
Has someone poisoned you against me?
No.
Was it the Brook woman?
No. Well, she never spoke of you.
I can't believe that.
Well, why would she?
The doctor's here, sir.
Send him away, Bessie.
You'll do no such thing.
This will arrive here at the same time, sir.
How was this delivered?
By hand, can, sir.
Did you catch the messenger?
No, sir. Whoever it was must have been here and away again like below the west.
Have the stable settled the horse?
Well, where are you going?
I have business to attend to.
With whom?
It's a private matter.
Private from me?
Yes.
Well, how long will you be?
I don't know.
Hours?
A few days.
And you'll not tell me?
No.
Your horse is ready when yours, sir.
Waiting till tomorrow. I'm sure whatever it is can wait until tomorrow.
No.
Are you leaving me?
Give the doctor my apologies, Bessie. Tell him I will call him on my return.
Yes, sir.
Where's he going to?
I don't know, ma'am.
You must do!
I know no more than you, ma'am. That's God's honest truth.
He had such a haunted look in his eye. Does he have someone else? Someone that will give him children, is that it?
No.
He does.
No, and you mustn't upset yourself with idle thoughts, ma'am.
When I married him, Bessie, I promised him children.
For some poor woman, that's just not possible, ma'am.
If only that were my problem, Bessie. Could you lie in your husband's bed at night when your body looks like this? I'm afraid if he were to see me like this in bed, he would cast me out.
What has happened to you, ma'am?
I am cursed, if the conjurer is to be believed.
And all this to work with that Brooke woman?
Yes.
And the conjurer could do nothing for you?
No.
That man can send away warts and all manner of excrescences. I know, I've seen his work. Why didn't you ask him to take the affliction away?
Well, maybe it's still not too late. I'm only 25. If the conjurer could rid me of this, I still have plenty of years left. Bessie, go back to the stable and have them saddle me a horse. And get yourself a shawl. We could be some time. If my husband has business to attend to, then so do I. If my memory is correct, the conjurer's hut is hereabouts. Bessie, you wait here. I'll walk the rest alone.
Who comes this way?
You may remember me, sir. My name's Gertrude Lodge, the farmer's wife. I sought your advice some 6 years ago.
So what brings you out here again?
Well, the same matter.
6 years. You've waited a long time.
And suffered for it.
The woman who was overlooked.
Well, that's what you told me, yes.
And the arm. No better.
It's worse.
Then you'd better come in.
Show me.
Can you help me? Will this cure it?
It may help.
Well, I was relying on you for a cure. My maid said you can cure all manner of things.
And there are some who've talked too much about what I can or cannot do. Once. Maybe. But I'm grown old.
Any power I might have had is gone.
No, you can't leave me like this.
Listen, even if you had come to me at my prime, I'm not sure I could have cured you of this. This has the nature of a blight about it, not a wound.
This is powerful magic. And there's only one cure I know for an affliction like this.
Well, tell me.
It's not easy. And if you want my opinion, I think it's likely to be too hard for a woman like you.
No, please tell me.
The only way I know to rid you of this is to wrap the limb around the neck of a new found man. Before he's cold, just after he's cut down.
Well, how can such a thing do good?
It turns the blood, changes the constitution. But it's hard. You'll have to do it while he's still fresh. There's many who's done it before, none so delicate as you.
And if I can?
All I can tell you is that it works. I'll take nothing for it. If it'll be done, then it'll not be done by me.
Are we to go home, ma'am?
No, you are. I must ride to Casterbridge.
That's many a mile.
It is.
And the night closes in.
Can you find your way home?
I think so.
Then go.
And what should I say?
Well, say nothing, because you know nothing.
May God go with you.
I hope you will.
Oh, poor Daisy. I know. She's so hard.
What are you gonna do when your love don't love you? What are you gonna do when your love is gone? What are you gonna do when your love's just left home? What are you gonna do when you're on your own? Just drink a drink of cheer and shake hands with an ale. For life is life, however it comes, and at least you're not in jail. What you gonna do when you love you? What you gonna do when your love is gone? What you gonna do when your love just left home? What you gonna do when you're on your own? What you gonna do when you love you? What you gonna do when you love?
Can I help you?
Do you have a room for the night?
Oh, we don't usually cater for ladies here.
Are you turning me away?
Oh, this is a friendly house. We turn no one away.
So, do you have a room and a stable for my horse?
If you're happy with the company. Yeah.
I travel alone. No one knows that I'm here, and I prefer if it stayed that way. So, can you be discreet?
Look around you. You can be quite sure of us. Madam, discretion is our middle name.
Good.
So you'll take the room?
I will, thank you.
Then welcome to the White Hart.
Hooray! I've come for the assizes.
And I'm afraid you've missed them. The assizes were last Friday. It's the executions tomorrow. If that's your interest, then you're in the right place. Over there is the ostler. He's made the rope. And over there is the hangman. He's the one to do the deed tomorrow. Now, shall I send you up?
No. I'll eat here.
I can have food served you in your room. You might find that more suitable.
No. I'll eat here. With the gentleman over there.
I'm not sure he'll welcome you.
Well, would you ask him?
There's a lady here. She's here for the executions. Says she would eat with you. Shall I send her over?
She take food with me?
That's what she says.
Is that her?
Yes.
Then send her over. So, you'd eat with the hangman?
Yes.
Most would consider that bad luck.
But not all, clearly.
You look to me like a lady that wants something.
I might be. Tomorrow you hang a man.
I do. Just the one. A fire raiser.
When it's done, I'd like to, see him.
I thought you might. Really, you should speak to the governor of the jail if that's what you want, and it's usual to have a doctor with you. Do you have a doctor with you?
No, I'm on my own.
That might make things difficult.
Well, I'm willing to pay.
How much?
Whatever the cost, but I want the matter kept private. Just between you and me.
That might cost you a little more.
Name your price.
I could save you the money. Onto my bed soon. Early to bed, early to rise, that's my motto. Now, if you wanted to ease me into sleep,
I'll pay a fee, if it's all the same to you.
then wait in the square. They happen about 12 or as soon as the mail coach gets in from London. We always wait for that. In case of a reprieve.
A reprieve? Well, that can't happen.
Happens sometimes, and if ever there's a deserving case, it's this one. Someone set fire to a hayrick on a local farmer's land. Seems this lad, only just 18, was only there by chance. But there's been a spate of fires recently, and the judge wanted to make an example of him.
How will I know when you're ready for me?
Crowds always leave when the deed's done. When things are quiet, I'll let you do what you need.
Can I trust you?
I'm the hangman. I do as I say. And if you don't want anyone to know who you are, wear a veil. I had a daughter such as you once.
Until tomorrow.
And the judge said, "You have been found guilty of the crime of fire raising, and the sentence of this court is that you will be taken from this place of justice to a place of lawful execution, where you will be hanged by the neck until you are dead." That day's come, lad. Is there any to speak for him?
But there was no one to see this day. No one spoke up for him.
He stood there alone, without a friend.
We come into this world alone, and in the same way, leave it.
How old is he? 18 years upon this earth.
I am the resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. He who believeth in me, even though he be dead, yet shall he be alive. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. May the Lord have mercy on your soul.
Before you were dispatched, is there anything you wish to say? Will you repent your crime and ask for the forgiveness of those gathered here today to bear witness to your execution? Then prepare yourself. Money?
Yes.
Do you need assistance?
Well, now I'm here. I'm overcome.
What was asked of you?
My only advice to wrap this limb around the neck of a newly hanged man.
Well, he's fresh. That's for sure.
Should I remove the hood?
That's for you to decide. But be warned, his face may not be a pretty sight. The knot, where it sits, just below the ear, snaps the neck clean. But sometimes it can twist the countenance horribly.
I'd rather see the face of the man that cures me. Oh no.
What's the matter? Are you ill?
William. How have you and I come to this?
But your arm.
The blood has turned. those years ago, I came to your house and I gave you a gift. And now, with your final breath, you repay me. Thank you.
William.
What are you doing here?
How can you come between us in his final moments?
I had no idea.
I left you at home.
You should take better care of your wife. Because I know where she's been. I know what sort she's associated with. Haven't you?
I never meant for it to happen this way. But Thomas, I am restored.
You think I care? You think I care when you cradle my son in your arms?
Our son. I dreamed that you came to me in the shape of a devil. And now I know that's exactly what you are. I thought I cursed you. But the truth is that you have cursed us. Me, my son, your husband. I wrote to him. I begged him to come and speak for his son at his trial, but I was too late. And now, when we come to take his poor, broken body for burial, what do we find? You have brought a plague to all our lives. And in my heart, I know I should forgive you, that it would be the good Christian thing to do, but I tell you now, I can't. Because my heart is broken. Whatever it is that people thought I might have done to you, it's nothing compared to this.
I never meant for any of this to happen.
Whether you meant it or not, it has happened, Gertrude.
I would never have caused this.
But you have!
But Thomas, I am restored.
Go home.
To wait for you.
You and I have never been man and wife. And I can't begin that now. Where will you go?
With my son dead,
Come back to the farm.
to the cottage.
No. With me. Well,
I'm listening.
to what?
To the ghost of my son.
And what does he say?